for a second, but thank you so much for joining us. Today we have an interesting chat with Mr. Kamal with us today.
Hello, hello, hello again.
Kamal, we're gonna do a definitely a deeper introduction, but let me just do a quick introduction of why we're doing this, right? So first of all, my name is Ronnie. I'm the founder of Founder Connects. It's a community that brings founders closer to each other, so they can crack challenges together and instead of doing it alone. Because when I've been in the tech world for about 15 years now, and I really understood how lonely this thing is, basically being a founder. So I was joining so many communities back then with my previous startup, and I understood. I was like, I wish I actually joined these communities from day one, because I could have literally saved hundreds of thousands of dollars just by learning from others. And this is what Founder Connects is. And today we started doing, we have something called a residency. There's plenty of resources, and one of the resources are office hours. So what we do is we get experts in order to give you the chance to connect with experts directly. And this is what the office hours are. And we give our experts as well the chance basically to kind of share some of their knowledge to the public, because we were like, you know what, there's a lot of knowledge here. I don't think
Yeah.
it's fair to kind of hold it just to ourselves and to our community members. So maybe it's a chance as well, for our experts to kind of share some of this knowledge, with the public. And obviously, it becomes way more personalized when it's within, the residency, where
Yeah.
you actually sit with Kamal for 60 minutes and just, have a personalized guidance. That's it from my end. Kamal, you know what? Oh, I have here Jean with us as well, leading. Really sorry about that. I have Jean with us leading the community. And Jean does not only lead the community, but leads the whole ecosystem that we have, whether it's residency, our whole community, in a nutshell. So Jean, how are you, man?
Hello, everyone. Doing great, and always a
All
pleasure
good?
to be here.
All is
Hello, Kamal.
well. Look,
Yeah,
I know you know Kamal way more than I do. All
yeah,
right, I'm gonna give you the floor. All right, maybe you'll do Kamal more justice than me doing the intro. And then we'll give Kamal the floor. Maybe he can do another intro too. But go
sure,
ahead.
sure thing. So, hello, everyone, for everyone watching and everyone who's gonna watch this as a recording later on. Welcome to the Founder Connects Fireside Chat. Today we have Kamal Name. Kamal is, I would like to say, the leading YouTuber in Lebanon. He's present on almost every social media platform with millions of followers, half a billion views online, and he was able to grow his brand from just a guy trying to create content to a content powerhouse right now. So why did I invite him to be an expert on this fireside chat? Is for us to get the founder side, the founder perspective of the content creation life, of the content aspect of business, since now it is the word of the year for founder content, personal branding. We see huge founders like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates. Everyone's interacting with their audience online because I believe people trust people more than they trust a business. So I think Kamal is the best voice to have at this point, at this stage, to tell us more about content. So I'll leave the stage for the third time for Kamal to go ahead and introduce himself in case we missed anything, so we can dive right into it.
Just let me fix my cam.
Great.
وكون عندكم. Okay. So, Aoshi, thank you so much for the introduction. Oh, thank you for having me. It's gonna be a great talk. A bit more about myself. I think Jean gave me justice explaining what I do. I'm basically a YouTuber and a content creator. I've been a YouTuber since I was 12. I'm 27, 26 now. I've been on and off as a YouTuber since I was 12, but seriously for the past 6 years, since 2020. YouTube has been everything I do, and content has been everything I do since I grabbed my first camera. And I would like to think that the style of content I create is mainly entertainment based. And the goal is to get as many views and as many eyeballs on my product, which is my videos, as I can, in order to sell this product, which is again my content and my views, to advertisers. So I'm basically a TV channel operating alone. So I've been doing this for the past 6 years consistently, and it's been going great. I'm Lebanese, if you didn't know, and yeah, this is basically what I do. I create content for a living.
Kamal, it's your full time, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, for someone, being able to create content as a full timer, I mean, that's pretty big because I mean, the influencers and content creators is probably one of the hardest things to do,
it's not easy. Yeah,
right? Okay,
still
so
till today, I'm managing how to do it. I'm learning every single day and improving the system to automate it more, to get the best out of my content, both financially and to grow my brand and my business.
okay, that's nice. And I think today is one of the most important thing for founders is basically to create their own personal brand because
True.
it became one of the major factors in marketing. It went from not being a channel to startup founders to become one of the major channels, building
True.
your own personal brand. And today, I mean, what would what's the biggest thing that you would actually tell a founder, knowing that you've been doing this for 6 years? How would what is the easiest thing to start with this conversation? Let's not start with the hard stuff. Let's start with the easy stuff.
The easiest thing to start with is not just telling you how to create content, telling you no, you have to create content, you have to be out there. It's more about having you believe that it's actually important, because today every business, every people, everybody, they're sick of the traditional marketing. They're sick of the traditional ways of doing ads and stuff. They just want to connect with people, and they just want to buy brands that have faces behind them. So like my last 10 purchases, I've done them because I believed in a person. I believed someone marketed a specific product, and I bought it because of this person. So today, everybody's buying decision, whether it's a service or a product, ends with a person. Do I trust this person? Do I trust this man or woman that I'm buying from or not? Whether it's a brand or a personal coach, for example. So in order to actually portray this trust with people, you have to be out there. And as a founder, no one understands or believes in the business more than you. So if you have a business, you have your own business, no one's gonna believe in the business, and no one's gonna actually put in the effort and the work needed to push this business rather than you.
For some reason, your camera disappeared. I'm not sure if it's from my end or Jean. Can you still see Kamal's camera?
No. Now I can, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, you're back. You're back.
So even if you hire a model, even if you get someone to actually be the face of the brand, it's gonna be hard, because it's unless you get like an expert actor, it's gonna look like he's getting paid to do this.
Yeah.
He's just a model advertising this brand. But if you're the founder, you're gonna put your heart into it. You're gonna put your actual interest in this service or product, which sounds authentic. And authenticity is what actually is driving business right now.
Wow. This
Uh,
this reminds me of something actually. Um, Kamal, for example, Ronnie is a founder. I work with founders all the time. How hard it is to go from treating content as a hobby or something we do in our free time, so we get engagement, to actually doing it to a certain extent full time. Like the requirement for content to work has to be, as you said, consistent, and
Yeah.
has to be a standard in our business model. Can founders still do it without considering it something full time?
I think it depends on what your goal is from the content, because once you understand why you're doing content, what's the goal, you start to actually create content for that goal, and it starts becoming less than a hobby. And so, for example, content for me was a hobby for like the past 10 years before I actually took it seriously. When I took it seriously, I sat down, I was like, okay, what this is a hobby. How can I make it serious? What's my product? My product is the content. What is the thing I'm selling? I'm selling views. So my focus should be to maximize my content to get views. If Roni, for example, you're a founder, your business, you're selling a service, you're selling a membership, you're selling access. So your
yeah.
product is not your service, your product is not the views. It's what these views lead to. So once you focus on, okay, how can I create content that leads to people going into my channel, going into my community, and benefiting from this community, you start to know how to create content around that. And if a video gets 5,000 views or 1,000 views, but gets you 100 signups, it's better than a video gets a million views for me, because your product is the sign up, your service is the signups. So once you understand the goal behind the content you're creating, you actually start to work more towards that goal, and less towards, okay, I just want to create content for fun, or I just want to create content to be famous.
Got you, got you.
So, Kamal, just to have a follow-up question on that, because see, the thing is, it's about time for founders, right? It's
Yeah.
very hard to find the time to actually create the content, and because the thing is, especially when you're a founder at at an early stage startup, you probably have 1,000 things on your mind, right?
Yeah.
And you want to crack a lot of things together. So, and that's where the problem comes in, where we understand the importance of cracking content, especially in today's world, but we're always hoping there's some kind of system out there where we don't put much into this.
Yeah.
Maybe I would go like, you know what, every single Monday I'm gonna try to create some content, and it will live for the past month because really I don't have time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that, but the thing is that I want founders to understand is, when you think like that, you're treating content as a side thing. You're treating content as like a task you have to do, which is where the problem starts. It's not about, oh, I don't have time for this. It's about, you're not considering this as important as sales or managing your team or doing the board meeting or whatever, any other task you have. So once you understand how important content is going to be for your business, because everybody knows, if you're not online, if people don't see you, how else are they going to know about you? If
Yeah.
I don't believe in what Roni believes in, if I don't believe in your vision, in the goal you have for this community, I'm يعني 20% of the time I'm not gonna enjoy the service. I'm not gonna subscribe to what you're doing. I'm subscribing for Roni, not just for what the business does, because I believe in what you're building. So once you understand that it's important, it's a job for you to include that and put that out there in order to make people believe in your business. This is when it becomes something that you actually enjoy doing, and you actually put the time for. You can do it like 2 hours on a Monday. It's doable if you have the right team.
Yeah.
But once you start thinking about it, oh, I just want to film content for the whole month for 2 hours and get it done with, this is when it starts becoming a problem. So it starts with how you're thinking about content from the start, rather than how you can optimize it to make it as fast as possible.
So don't treat it as as another task. Just treat it as a major sales,
It's
channel.
it it is. Yeah, even you don't have to fake it, because it is a major sales funnel for your business, whatever you do, whether it's a product or a service.
Yeah, but the thing is, sorry, Jean, I'll give you back the mic.
Yeah, go for it.
But the thing is, that idea of, all right, you know what, I'm gonna start with this sales channel, all right, that is creating content in order to build my personal trust out there. But we kind of understand that this takes time. It's the same game, by the way, of SEO. We know SEO is important, but we know it's gonna take an average of 8 months.
Yeah,
So it's I don't know. I might be wrong, all right, because one viral video could change everything
true,
for you.
true.
But at the end of the day, triggering virality is not as easy as just doing it. But yeah, it's just, I think, the thought of this could take a lot of time.
The good thing about social media is that it could take a lot of time, but there's a high chance that it won't. If you actually like, it's not something where something you need to build it over time. For example, SEO, you need to wait for the engines to pick up your keywords. You need to wait for Google to do that. On
Yeah,
social media, you don't need to wait for anything. If you create a good piece of content and you post it, it can get views. You don't need to wait for the algorithm to boost it if it's your lucky day. You don't need to wait for the audience. If you post an actually good piece of content, it can go viral on day one. And this is the good thing about social media, especially right now with short form content, with Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. It's becoming much easier to go viral and get views. And virality, when I say virality, for me, going viral is a million views. For Roni, going viral is 5,000 views, because those 5,000 views lead to 200 signups or 100 signups or whatever. So virality is very subjective depending on what your goal is, but it's becoming much easier. Even though people say that there's a lot of competition and there's a lot of content, a lot of bad content, a lot of competition, it's hard. it's actually much easier than people think. If you
Wow, that's
actually,
the first, by the way, to hear that.
it's yeah, it is. If you
Okay.
actually, you can post like 100 bad videos, get 100 views on each one, and then post an actually good video on the 101st and get a million views. That's the beautiful thing about the social media age we are in now.
Okay. And so the algorithm wouldn't really penalize you for not posting constantly? Like, is it like assuming I'm posting today a video about myself, right? And then I had some time, maybe 3 weeks down the line, to post another video, but assuming that this other piece was a great content piece, does it have the potential to go viral?
Of it does. So this is where it becomes a game of, it's not the algorithm, it's you and the people. So no, consistency is important, of course, but it's not because the algorithm penalizes you. If you I post on YouTube like once a month, for example, or once every 2 months. If it's a good video, it gets views. If it's a bad video, it doesn't. I post on Instagram maybe 3 times a month, 4 times a month, but when I post, it gets a million views or half a
Oh,
million
wow.
views. So it's not about the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't penalize you. It's the people that do. And if
Okay.
you're someone that's just starting out, you want people's attention. You want to get people's attention from someone else that's also posting content. You want them to watch you. You want you to improve as a content creator. You want to improve your presence on camera, improve your content, improve your scripts. So consistency becomes important when you're just starting out because you need to build that attention. So it's not for the algorithm, it's more for the people
Okay.
and
Interesting.
for the audience. But if I want to give you the easy answer, you can post a video now, gets 100 views, and then post a video 2 months later and can get a million views. Algorithm wise, it's totally doable.
Interesting. I should start doing that more often. Look, my
It's
wife always tells me, Ronnie, just post, post. But the thing is, when you have a thousand, going back to the thousand
yeah,
thing, and I think what we should do as founders is to really have it as an official sales channel. And once we look at
exactly.
it in that way, all right, I think the mindset could potentially change.
So you love your business. I'm sure you love your business, right?
Oh, definitely.
Do you believe in it?
I believe in it?
Yeah.
I don't think I would have gone through all this if I didn't.
Do you think it's beneficial for people? Does it help people?
Yes, at
Okay,
least
so
that's what I wanted to do.
if it helps people, it's good. You believe in it, you love it. Don't you want more people to know about it?
Yeah, definitely,
Don't
definitely.
you want as much people as you can to know about it to actually discover what you're trying to build?
Yes, but again, we go back to how much time I can actually put into this. But only because I had the mindset of
Yeah.
this is an extra thing that I'm gonna put on my table, and I don't have time right now. I have I have plenty of
Yeah.
things, but maybe if I kind of clean up my mindset and my table to start with, and go like, what? No, these are the sales channels that I'm going to focus on. Let's say this quarter, and one of them would be social media probably.
Yeah.
So
Social media, it's gonna be like the tap. It's
yeah,
the tap of the sales funnel. So social media will help you pour eyeballs and attention into your business, and the other sales channels are what's gonna convert. So social media, you need to consider it as the river that will flow attention into your business, and then how you handle this attention comes back to your other sales channels. So you're just increasing the attention coming to your business
yeah, yeah. Uh, Great. Ja, I know that you're someone that is very heavy as well, right?
Yep.
On
Uh,
content creation.
yeah. Actually, my online presence, the newer one. So I had a personal account where I used to post a bit of everything. Then I created my own personal brand with Kamal's help. So he helped me. He actually helped me shoot the first ever video that was on this page. He helped me name the page 2 years, 1 year ago. The thing is, I wanted to ask Kamal, since like we went down with founders having really short amount of time. This is true because we're very good at keeping ourselves busy with whatever it is,
Yeah.
and we tend to avoid content because it takes a lot of time to post something that is 30 seconds long. So I have two questions. One, if let's say Ronnie, for example, let's build Ronnie as a case study. If Ronnie was able to clean up his schedule on a Sunday night and
Yeah.
found out that he can have 2 hours every single week for content, what would you tell him to do in 1, 2, 3 steps, and he applies it consistently? And second, what makes a good video? You said like a good video beats 100 bad videos. Is it
True.
quality? Is it how it looks? Is it the context? So if you can help us, guide us in that direction.
Okay, so step one, to answer the first question, what you need to, if you have 2 hours per week to film content, first of all, you need to understand who you're talking to. So this is step one. Step one is always understanding who you're talking to. Who is your target audience? Which type of people do you want? Do you want the people that are founders? Do you want business owners? Do you want startup founders? Who are the people that you are talking to? So this is always step one, because this will dictate every single piece of content that you're going to create for in these 2 hours. So if you don't understand who you're talking to, you're not going to be able to get the right content to reach them. So step one is always get the audience, get know who your target audience is. Step two is understanding what your goal is behind the content. So this is, for me, it's very important, because this is how I dictate my own content. I consider myself a TV channel. I'm a TV channel. My content are my shows, and my product and my goal is to attract views so I can attract advertisers. Just like any TV channel, their goal is to increase their viewership to get advertisers. I myself am a TV channel called Kamal Name. My shows are my pieces of content that I post, and my goal is to increase the viewership as much as I can, so I can sell this viewership to my to advertisers, because this is my business. In your case, what is your product, and what are you trying to sell? So your product is going to be the content. What are you trying to sell is your business. So once you understand the goal behind the content, you now know how to actually dictate the ideas, the script, the style of filming, everything you're gonna do in these 2 hours. So first of all, you need to know your audience. Second, you need to know why you're creating content. What's the goal? Maybe you tell me, okay, I don't care about getting signups to my business. I just want Roni to be famous. I just want me as a founder to be famous, regardless of my business. So the strategy shifts. The
Yeah.
content becomes different. It becomes less direct, more personal, more vlog style, for example, more authentic. If you want to drive signups to your business, it has to become more targeted, more analytical, more educational, more targeted towards the people that you want to join. So it changes based on your goal. And
Kamal,
third
one
thing,
question about this. Sorry
yes,
for cutting you off. Would it be the same as well? Let's say, for example, if you want to make Ronnie famous across his own audience, this means still being targeted, right? But across a
yes,
specific niche of audience. Would it still
exactly.
have the same formula, like in terms of, take the more educational side of things, not the vlogging side of things?
It goes back to why do you want to create content as Roni? Are you
Yeah,
creating content just to make your business famous, to make your business attract more people? Are you creating it to make Roni famous? You don't care about driving traffic to your business because, for example, Gary V, he has a strong personal brand, but his content is not directed towards his marketing agency or his talks or
true.
whatever. It's marketed towards himself, and he vlogs his journey, for example. But
Okay.
other founders, they do it. For example, Grant Cardone,
Yeah.
he builds his content regarding his personality, but he also, as much as he can, drives people towards his coaching program and his sales program and his teachings. So the
That's
content is very different, the audience is very different, and the way they approach content is very different. So this is why it's important to understand why you're doing content as a founder, as a personal brand. And
okay.
it's I'm not gonna say that it has to be either or, but it cannot be both because it's very different.
Okay, interesting. So you have to choose from the beginning, like, hey, what's your, or maybe you
Yeah.
choose now to kind of dig in deep, and then later on, once you feel like, your business took off, then you
They
can.
will bleed into each other. Like if Ronnie becomes famous as a personal brand, his business automatically will become famous.
Okay.
That yeah, they will bleed into each other, but the results are going to be very different in terms of signups, in terms of how you're building your funnel. The results are going to be very different, but they will bleed into each other in a way.
Okay,
But
interesting.
of course, if you're optimizing for one thing, it's a totally different thing.
So
Amazing.
for the sake of the example, all right, let's
Yeah.
say today Ronnie, all right, wants to at the end of the day, I'm doing a community in order to get founders closer to each other so they can help out each other, right? and I don't want to get famous at this stage. I just want to make sure that the community itself is out there,
Yeah.
and enough people, enough actually not enough people, enough startup founders know about the community, so I can be very targeted, right? So, for the sake of the example, how would you advise me to start noting that brief, for instance? Like, what would be my first step to do? What would be my second step? And now, obviously, you're not going to put up a whole plan right now within
The first
30.
thing the first thing I actually thought about is, so founders, who are these people? They are founders. They love to learn. They love to connect. They love to, for example, me as a content creator, I face a lot of problems. But what makes these problems less problemy for me is when I talk to other creators and they tell me they have the same problems. So if I think about Roni, how can you do that to other founders? The easiest thing you can do is a podcast, for example, a podcast where you host different startup founders, where you host different business owners on your show and interview them and give them a place to talk, and then you're attracting other founders that want to listen to that. So this is, in a way, making you famous as if you're the host, but at the same time you're building a community around the idea of founders being together. So this is the first thing that I would do. I would, well, like, come Roni, let's start a podcast. You have 2 hours per week. We can film 3 episodes every Sunday. You take these episodes on YouTube. Each episode will deliver like 10 clips for Instagram. So you're building your Instagram at the same time and TikTok at the same time and YouTube Shorts at the same time. So this is the easiest thing we can do if you tell me, okay, Kamal, I want to build my personal brand to build my business.
Okay.
But if you tell me I want to build my personal brand so I can be famous as Roni, it becomes a different story. It becomes, okay, let's film your day. Let's walk through a day hour by hour in your day, a day in the life. What do you do? How do you go about getting into a meeting? How are you running your business? How do you attract people? Each one of this is a video idea, and people love to do that, love to know about that. I would love to know how you spend your day. I would love to know how you handle meetings, how you handle interacting with other founders. So the content strategy changes a lot. It becomes more personal, more authentic. Just I would hire a videographer with his phone and tell him just follow Ronnie around. Put a mic on Ronnie and follow him around and film everything.
Okay.
So
So,
it becomes
so there
different.
shouldn't be like, is it? But I mean, this would be scripted, right? At the end of the day, to a certain extent.
Some would be scripted, of course, because you need like actual content that you know it's gonna get views. Some would be scripted, sorry, but others would be just authentic, just showing how you're going by in your day.
Okay, interesting. So, just I know we're going to have a Q&A session at the end, all right?
Yeah,
But we have an interesting question here on our Instagram, which is, we know it's essential, but it's really hard. I think we all agree. But can you give some technical tips, all right? Like a couple of tips. So I think, we're actually going into these tips right now, right? In terms of the stages. But
yeah.
so I would actually, let's say step one would be understanding, first of all, what you
Who you're
exactly,
talking to?
what's your target, right? What's your target?
Who's your first of all? It's who's your audience? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to founders? Are you talking to potential leads? If you're running a business, if you're are you talking to marketing agencies? If you're a B2B, are you talking to individuals? So first of all, it's who's your audience. For
Who's
me,
your
for example, my audience are young people that love to watch videos while they're eating food. It's entertainment.
okay?
So first of all, know who your target audience is. Second of all, know what's the goal behind the content. Are you trying to sell a service? Are you trying to sell a product? Are you building your own personal brand? Are you trying to create a community? Why are you doing content? What's the goal? Is it a top of the funnel thing for your sales channel? What's the goal behind the content? And third thing is you start with the content strategy, which is where we go into a lot of details regarding the ideas, the format, the filming, the scripting, and all of this, where it becomes a whole
Yeah.
different meeting.
Okay, I think that would be the most important part as well, right? For like for a founder, for some reason, Jean wants me to work on a Sunday when he gave the last question. Ronnie takes a Sunday off and cleans up his table.
I just want
Uh,
to
I, but assuming going with Jean, right? Like assuming, I kind of set this as an official channel from
Yeah,
for Founder Connects itself, and I do find some time for it, all right, to build up this channel, because like any channel, it needs to be built up.
true.
We need to put some resources into it. We need to put some efforts into it, some strategizing, some energy, right? But assuming I got you right, I know who's my target audience. I know what I want to do and what's the ultimate goal of this. What is the best thing to do when it comes to understanding what type of content to create? Like, okay, I have the goal, but there's so much. I think the ideas would probably be overwhelming at this stage too, right? For someone, especially for someone that is not
Yeah.
an expert in creating content. So what would you advise them? Like, how can they start actually creating the content?
So what I do is, I also, if people don't know, I do faces channels as well. So I'm every like a month I start a new channel on YouTube, and I create content around a different topic, and I run this channel for faceless, without showing my face, without showing my name, anything. So I basically do this every single month, where I start a new channel and build it up. So the way I do it is, first of all, I do research regarding my competitors. What content are they doing? What's working for them? What are people engaging with? What are people enjoying from this competitor of mine, whether he's a business or a personal brand or whatever? So first of all, I do the research and I gather all the. It's something I call the outliers, which is when you go to my page, for example, my YouTube channel, you see I have videos that have 100K, 150K views, 200K. So my average is about 150K on long form. But then you see a video that has a million views, or a million and a half, or 2 million. So this is an outlier. This is a video that performed much better than any other piece of content that I've done. So if you're looking into me as a competitor, you would note that down. You would say Kamal did this video and it got 10x his average. You would note that down. Then you go to another competitor and another and another and another. And now you have a whole list of videos that are proven to work. They worked for this guy, they overperformed, and now you can adapt them to you. You can adapt them to your own content. So
Okay.
this is what I do. Step one is I research the outliers in my niche. Step two is when it comes to YouTube, long form videos, I pick 10 videos, 10 ideas. I create them and I launch them. 6 or 7 out of these 10 videos are gonna get 1,000 views. 3 are gonna get 50K or more. These 3 are my formats, if you want to call it, are my buckets. Then I do 5 more of this, 5 more of this, 5 more of this. I just repeat them.
Okay.
So the strategy here is, you want to test as many formats or as many ideas as you can, let's say 10. And once a format proves that it has overperformed, it got a lot of views more than the average, you take that and you do it multiple times.
So you do the same concept, right? So just to
Yeah.
summarize this, let's say, for example, I'm a community. What I should do is, next I should look for what other communities are creating in terms of content,
This
and
is step
check,
one.
yeah, and then check what's actually working for them.
Yeah, you can go into your niche and you can go slightly outside. So
Okay.
let's say if I'm starting a YouTube channel around football. First step is I go research football channels, but then I go a bit outside. I go to golf, I go to basketball, I go to volleyball, I go to other sports to find what is working in other communities that I can apply to mine. Because even the best content creators don't have 100% original ideas. It's all built
Unfortunately.
upon something that's working before. And if you
Okay.
go to my channel, like the top 10 or 15 videos are like 3 ideas, just in different ways.
Okay. So
I
that's
have
where.
enough time whenever you
Sorry,
guys.
Jean. Sorry, we didn't hear that.
I was saying, whenever you guys conclude this, I just have a question that I got on top of mind,
Yeah.
writing it down.
Yeah. No, jump in whenever you want. Jump in,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
because I
Okay,
don't think
so
we'll finish if that's okay.
this is something that I think a lot of founders will already have on their minds. Uh, how much of this entire process that we're setting up right now for Ronnie, for Kamal, for whoever, can be outsourced, done by AI, done by a team? How much of it relies on the creator himself? So, for example, Ronnie, how much of this entire process can he do himself, or he should do himself, and what can he actually outsource?
The beautiful thing about Ronnie being a founder that's trying to represent his business is that he can outsource everything. You can outsource the creative part, you can outsource the production, you can outsource the editing. You can just be someone that shows up and films and then leaves, and then your team handles everything. So this is the good thing about being a founder like you. For me, I'm the star, I'm the creative person, I'm the personal brand. My content is me. I'm not selling a service, so I can't outsource my face because I'm the attraction. I can't outsource my creativity for now, at least, because I'm the creative head of my own operation. I can outsource the editing, I can outsource the production, because these are easily outsourceable. For AI, to be honest, I haven't really found any AI tools that can fully do anything. Like AI can help in research, it can help in ideation, it can help in making things easier for you. Instead of researching manually the top 100 viewed videos on YouTube so I can get some inspiration, instead of doing it manually for 2 hours, AI is going to do it for me in 5 minutes. So the way I use AI is by taking shortcuts in my research and in my inspiration and my studies. But relying 100% on AI for creativity, we still haven't reached. I don't think we have reached this part yet,
Got you,
because
got you.
even the AI generated videos and the movies that are coming up right now, there's a creative person behind them. It's not like AI came up with the whole thing. There's a creative person that told AI what to do. So you still need a creative.
I
Got you,
think
got you.
the only things that I've seen going viral using 100% AI are faceless channels. I don't know if you guys remember the babies, having
Yeah,
interviews.
the faceless one.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I don't see, like, I mean, you can always figure out a creative way to tie it up back to your business. But doing 100% AI and really building a brand, I don't think I've seen this
Yeah.
yet.
So
But
it's actually easier for you as Ronnie to outsource everything. So you
yeah,
all you need is a videographer, an editor, and a creative head. Someone
yeah.
that will study what you want, study what your goals are. You don't have to come up with ideas. You don't have to script. You just have to show up and film. This is what your job is.
But again, Kamal, this is where we go back. All right, it really depends on if the founder actually allocates a specific budget for that.
Yeah.
Because
So it's
most early stage founders, they tend to start off the ground with very minimal budgets, so they
yeah,
try to do everything. And I can tell you for a fact what AI can do because we build a lot of AI automations. We can definitely build a workflow, for instance, that could pinpoint the content that's actually working because it's just a workflow. You put in your
yeah,
own competitors and then it analyzes, every single post. And instead of analyzing the top 10, it can analyze, all the posts and try to understand, why this actually performed better than others. And then it can rewrite the script for you. But then this is where you add your own touch to it. But
yeah,
but filming, we even tried, we we're playing. I'm not going to say we tried. We're playing around AI avatars, right? Because look, at the end of the day, as a founder, we always try to figure out what AI can do and how
yeah,
much we can automate out of this, right? So we even tried, using creating your own AI avatar. So what it does is this AI engine. What it does is it kind of identifies the content and what is a possible content that could work for you, and then it triggers the AI avatar to record this for you. But here's the problem. The problem is we're still not there in terms of having a fully properly edited video with an AI avatar. There are tricks, by the way, with the AI avatars when you kind of change angle so you don't show the
yeah.
avatar too much of it.
Mm.
So you can
For
hide
the
the
limit.
AI. Yeah, yeah. So you can
So
hide the
there are tricks to make it better, but we reach a point where, because there are so many tricks and so many people trying things, some people start to get turned off by AI. So when I see a
Yeah.
video by AI, I don't care who it is. I'm just skipping
Okay.
because some people reach a point where if they see something, even if it's gonna be a life changing video for me, I'm not gonna watch it. I
Same.
have this mindset of it's AI. I'm not gonna because when you think of AI, you immediately think low effort. Someone just tapped something on a keyboard and done it. So why
Yeah.
would I put my time to watch a 20-minute video if I know that the person did it in 2 minutes using a click of a button?
Because maybe
So I'm
the
gonna
value that
watch
I'm
it.
trying to share with you, right? Because like for instance, by the way, I follow a lot of pages and I do notice the AI production behind it, but
Yeah,
maybe because it's edited well. I think the editing part is, kind of covers for me the AI
yeah.
negativity. But because for me, the main thing is if this reel, for instance, like you're talking about long form content, I'm talking about short form content.
Short form as well.
Like for me, if it gives me value, enough value, I'm interested. You know what I mean? So,
It's different, because I use AI to script a lot of the faceless YouTube videos.
mm,
I use it to script videos. So I kind of immediately now have an AI radar because I've scripted so many videos and I've used AI so much to script videos. I have like a radar where from the first three words I can know if someone's using AI for a script or not. So right now it's becoming like a habit when I'm scrolling on TikTok and I see a video, I immediately know it's AI. I just skip, even if it's a really good video. Even if I want to watch it, I just skip because I know it's AI. So
okay.
I don't know because I feel like it's low effort
But it also can be because you're a content creator. So it's like a little bit of disrespect to the industry, But from
as well. So I
a
don't
fan,
mind using AI for my faceless
yeah,
channels because my goal is just to make them as a business to generate income. But
yeah.
for me on my own personal brand, I haven't used it yet. Only just for research, which is the hard part.
What would be the top three AI tools Kamal uses?
Right now, I have a top one, which is Claude. I use both Claude and ChatGPT. Claude is better for reasoning and creativity. ChatGPT is better for the more easy questions. The more you want an answer, you want a fix for something. ChatGPT is basically like Google for me. And Claude, I use it more for creativity and for the deep research stuff.
Okay, okay, that's
And
that's nice.
so going back to the case study, all right, of trying to
Yeah,
build Ronnie's personal brand, right? So now let's say, for example, I understood what kind of content is working because I've analyzed some of these competitors, whether it's the
yeah,
inner circle of this competitor or what I do, or the outer circle or something similar. Let's put it that way,
yeah.
the way you actually explained it. Now I have the content itself. Um, what is the thing to be able to do with the least costs to create this content, because today I'm assuming that most of the people that will actually be watching this video are early stage startup founders, right?
Yeah.
And early stage startup founders, they the biggest hurdle usually is the budget at the end of the day, because we have
True.
to handle 1,000 things. We have to test out so many channels. um, but obviously, whenever a channel is actually performing well, this is where a large part of our focus tends to kind of redirect itself to the channel that's actually performing very well. So, but today, what would be how does the lowest cost setup look like to an early stage founder per se?
Uh, I wish I had an easy answer or like a hack to say to like give it to you and be like, this is what you should do.
Yeah.
But the answer is as simple as you have two choices. Either you invest time or invest money. These are the two choices you have. I wish there was a third one where it's easier and it's a mix of both and it's like a small hack. But unfortunately, there's not. It's only two options. You either invest your money into hiring a team, or you don't even have a team, like a creative person that will help you with that, or you have to invest in your time, which is you have to do the hard work. I wish there was an easier answer, but this is the test I do whenever I start a new faceless channel. Right now in my stage, do I want to invest my time in this channel or my money? If I have the time, I invest my time. I do the scripting, I do the editing, I do the voiceover. Maybe I hire an editor, but I do the rest because I chose to invest my time. So another time, I say, okay, I don't have time, but I want to run this channel. I want to start this new channel. I'm gonna invest my money. I'm gonna hire an editor. I'm gonna hire a scriptwriter. Both work. It's just where are you now in your career? Where are you now?
Okay.
So there's not an easy answer. There's not a hack.
So let's say
Either
I want
invest
to
your
do it,
money
right?
or your time.
Let's say I want to do it myself. What are the tools that you're using in order to kind of put this whole piece of content together? What are the
I
tools?
run everything. I do everything on Notion. Do you know it?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Notion. So I have my life's work on Notion. If I lose the account, I delete my whole personal brand online
Okay.
because I do everything on Notion. I write the ideas on Notion. I script. I prepare my schedule and my filming days and my tasks on Notion. So this is the top tool that I use for the preparation or the setup of everything I do. And then of course I use Premiere for editing, and I have a videographer that handles the filming. So,
Okay.
but in it, I want to make it even easier for people to start, which is you can just use your notes app, or you can just use a WhatsApp group you have with yourself, where you can write the ideas, write the scripts, and when you're ready to film them.
But I think if I remember correctly, anyway, Notion has like some kind of free trial or free account that you can create with,
It's free.
and
It's
and
not
it
paid.
gives some kind of limits. It
No,
is
no, no,
free to a certain limit, by the way.
no. It's 100% free. The only paid things are the access to AI or access to if you want to connect Google Drive, for example. No,
Or if
even
you
that
want to
you can do
add a
that.
team to Notion,
If you want to
to
add a team and
add your
stuff like
team,
that.
you can add up to 10 people for free. I use it as well
Okay,
for
okay.
other
So it's
projects.
totally 100% free. I've been using it the free for forever.
So forever is watching us. Here you go. Like the Notion is a free thing, but we have another question as well. What kind of podcast for podcast? Which editor you use
For which editor? As
for
in program?
podcast? For long form content. Do you
Premiere
use
Pro.
Premiere?
I use Premiere, yeah.
Do you have another? Because I know that Premiere Pro is a bit more professional. Do you have another tool that you know
A lot of
about?
a lot of people use CapCut, which is the easier version of Premiere. But I've learned Premiere since I was young, so I've been trained on it. And everybody uses Premiere when it comes to more professional videos. But you can easily use CapCut or your phone to edit videos. I think Jean does everything on CapCut. So
I now
Okay.
do it on all my Instagram reels. I do them on the Edits app because it has everything
even the
CapCut
Instagram
for
edits app, yeah.
free. So it removes
But
background,
these are
does cut
reels, right?
for short form. But
Sure.
CapCut is I use it for long form sometimes.
Okay. I would
Yeah.
throw in another one here, which is, I mean, not. I've never used CapCut to give the pros and cons, but I've been using for a very long time Canva, and I think it's pretty easy as well. If someone
Canva
does that,
also works.
yeah. Okay. Kamal, what other things? So now I have my content. You've already answered the question about persistency. It's
Yeah.
important if you have the time to be persistent, but it's not the major factor for it. Um, Great.
I have
Let's
one thing to the case, to Ronnie's case.
Yeah, go ahead, and then maybe after that, either Jean has another question, or we can jump into the Q&As that we
Yep.
have so
Yeah.
far.
So last question, and I think I know the answer, but I want Kamal to kind of confirm it. Let's say, supposedly, Ronnie was camera shy.
Okay.
Is there any way he can go through it? And he wants to show his face. It's not like he wants to do faceless.
Yeah.
So he wants to show his face, but he doesn't know how to act in front of a camera. Is there any way to go around them besides just doing it?
The normal answer is just do it because you're gonna be camera shy and you're gonna have to learn to get over it and learn to improve yourself and learn to be present on camera. But if there's a trick that I say to a lot of people to use, and I've actually used that on my sister, and right now she started doing content and she has over 6,000 followers, which is try and film content without posting it. So for the first like 15, 20 videos, just put the camera, film content, and just don't post it. Just keep it to yourself. Don't even send it to your friends and asking, "Hey, is this nice? Am I too awkward?" Just film like 10, 15, 20 videos and keep them for yourself. And then the 21st, start posting. So this is
Wow.
like a small trick that I've told a lot of people that gave me this objection regarding filming to do, and it helped a lot of people. As easy as it sounds, it just makes less pressure to film your first video and have it posted. It's your first ever video, you're camera shy, and you're posting on social media as well, so it's even harder. But if you've been doing this for like 20 times, it becomes much easier. So
Yeah.
you may not get a lot better after 15 videos, but the pressure will be much lower.
Amazing,
It's like
amazing
you get
advice.
yourself. It's like you get yourself used to it in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you might not get that much better after 15 videos, but at least the pressure of filming and being present on camera will be much lower, and then you can post it, and then you'll improve with time.
Great, Kamal. I'm actually, really happy with the stuff that you were able to share publicly today, and I'm really happy that you're part of our office hour program.
Thank you so
For
much.
those that joined late, again, we do these office hours. It's only for our residents. It's like we have a community where we give our residents a lot of resources, and one of them are the office hours. And Kamal has a private, session within our residency, and obviously you can get a lot more personalized feedback and
Yeah.
guidance from Kamal. Even if our residents are watching, uh, Kamal's next office hour is soon. Actually, I think right. It's like maybe in 2 weeks, something like that. But you can check the office hour tab. You'll see all the office hours there, basically.
Sure. It's on. So, my bad. I think. Mate, let me check.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So let's jump into the questions really quick. We have few questions here. Unfortunately, for some reason, LinkedIn didn't work today, so I'm gonna have to speak with the platform that we're actually using to live stream, so we can see why this is not working. But it's working on Instagram beautifully. So we've got
So
a few questions. Let's see here. So, Me- is it Melina? So apparently Melina is so Kamal is so Gen Z of you for using Notion, but 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 Melina, I you know what? I've been using Notion. I'm not very Gen Z. I trust me. If you've not used Notion, it's a great tool, great tool. Let's see, Maha. Yes, Maha, I agree with you, by the way. I don't like using Riverside too, FYI. I've checked out Descript. I think it was called Descript. It's a good tool, but we're using Restream, by the way. Whatever you're watching right now is using Restream. So there's Restream that we're using currently. I've used previously another one. What was it called? Wow, there was another
OBS,
one. What's it called?
OBS maybe.
So OBS is more of this software that, but it's just a bit more technical. But there's another one like Restream. I mean, if you Google Restream alternatives, you'll
yeah.
probably find it. So yeah, Maha, I'm with you. I don't use Riverside as well. I'm using Restream. Descript as well is a good option, Maha. Uh, I've been waiting for the get started. So I've been wanting to get started for the past few months, and I always worry about the very first video. Any advice for that first? I think Kamal, go ahead, but I think you kind of gave some kind of direction for that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way out. Like if you've never posted a video, your next video is gonna be your first. So the more you push it, it's still gonna be your first video. So nothing's gonna change. So the quicker you post your first video, the better you're gonna improve, and the quicker you're gonna improve, and the better the other videos are gonna be. So it's a matter of just getting it out there and just doing it because it's always gonna be your first video. So no matter how hard you push it, next week or next week or next week, you're still gonna have to do it. There's no around that.
True. And you know what? Once I did actually post something, and then some people that really, are really close to me, they were like, they gave me some good feedback. So I don't think you will ever get feedback until you post, and you'll only be able to do
100%.
something better once you have these feedbacks.
Yeah,
So in my case, the way I look at things is no matter what you create, just post it out there. You never know what kind of things might come.
true.
You might come out of it. We have another one that's actually a good one as well. From Deroy, I am a founder and a full-time employee and cannot as yet put my face on the brand. What would you suggest?
Cannot put.
My face on the brand because he's a full-time employee.
Also, he legally cannot.
So yeah, obviously not only legally, but I mean for a full-time employee. So I'm not sure how it is at your side. I know you live in Lebanon, so I'm not sure how it is in Lebanon. But here in the UAE, right, it's not the best thing to do when you're actually employed, especially you're a full-timer and you're trying to crack something on the side for you, right? There's plenty of people that are
Yeah.
actually founders. They're trying to crack it on the side while being full-timers. So obviously, for this specific reason, they can't really put their face, so their employers won't know about it, right?
So I think in this case, like it's not an excuse. It's a legality thing. If you can't actually manage to do it, you can hire somebody to actually be the face of the brand, or maybe your partner, or maybe a close friend, to actually act as the face of the brand until you reach a point where you can quit your full-time job and run this brand full-time, because there's no way around it since it's a legality thing. It's not like you don't want to. So I'm not sure what's the best way to do it legally,
I think you
but
gave an
from
answer, by the way.
yeah, from a creative standpoint, you either have to put your partner or your business partner, your close friend, close family member, or just someone you actually really trust to carry this image,
Or
or
he
you can
does
just
real content.
yeah, or you can just build the brand to a point where you can actually quit the full-time job and then include your face. Like it's not that crucial at the start.
Yeah, we do have. So we I've stumbled upon a lot of founders inside my community that are still full timers and trying to crack their own startup on the side. So in some cases it could be a legality thing. In other cases, it's more of a personal decision in terms of like, hey, I don't want to show my employer that I do have something on the side, so my employer won't get
Mm.
this, and they won't. They'll probably fire me or whatever they might think. Um, that's the unfortunate world we live in today. So I think going back to your answer, Kamal, I think I'm with Kamal. Try to get someone else to take your
Yeah,
place just for for the short time period until you get yourself as a full timer on your startup. But I
true.
don't think there's any other way around it, to be honest, unless
Yeah.
you use AI just in this short time period to create some AI videos that are relevant to your own business, just to get some maybe content out there. At least I still think it's better than zero, right?
You do have to get content out there, yeah. And if it's not gonna be your face, it's gonna have to be some face
Yeah.
or some type of presence, because people, they want to invest in a story, in a person, in a brand, and authenticity. They just don't want to get product for the sake of the product. They want to invest in a mission, in a business. So it's important to have some sort of personality behind it. It can even be a mascot, for example. It doesn't have to be a human face. It could be a mascot, like the Duolingo. So it can be a mascot, even that.
So here, that's another one. Create a mascot, and then just use AI to create videos around this mascot.
Yeah, yeah, like it's all about creativity. It's about how can you. Uh, I'm not sure if the right word is personify or make your business a person.
Yeah, yeah.
Make it
Humanize,
have a story.
humanize.
Yeah,
Yeah,
humanize it exactly.
great, cool. As well, Ahmed actually gave another one, which is UGCs, by the way, as well. It could be
Yeah,
something. Uh,
that's even the best way if you're not showing yourself, is have people do it for you.
Great, Kamal. Um, I really enjoyed this discussion, and I actually
Same.
can't wait for our office hours because I'm probably going to be in them because it's time for me as well. To create my own.
Yeah,
personal content. I try as much as I can, but it's really not an easy game, honestly. And I really,
it's not.
respect you guys for being, especially you being a full timer as
Yeah.
a content creator. I know how hard it is, but yeah, definitely, I'll probably join, these office hours with you, just so I
You're
can
welcome.
kick off my. But for those that are interested to join, these office hours, please check out founderconnects.com. You need to apply to be accepted into our own community. If you want access to not just the office hours that Kamal is leading, but to plenty of other office hours too. Um, Kamal, what would you leave, these founders with today?
The same thing that I started with is content is not just a task anymore. It's not just something that you have to do anymore. It's the main traffic driver for almost all the businesses. Is the main traffic channel for almost all the businesses out there, and it should be, if not the top one, top two from your channels, from your sales channels, because like I can't say it enough that everybody is on social media. It's obvious now. But the same thing that I started with, treat social media and treat your personal brand and your content as an important part of the business, not as a side thing, not as a something you do on the side. Treat it as an important, crucial part of the business because it is, not because you want it. You don't do it on the side.
Great. Jean, any closing notes?
All good from my side. Kamal, thank you so much for hopping in, for giving
Thank
us
you.
value as usual. I still have these questions I want to ask you. Around 100 questions. I'll use the office hours. So, and by the way, guys, if you didn't know, the office hours are literally custom for you. So you can have a semi one-on-one with Kamal. You can ask
Yeah.
him directly the questions. He'll think with you on your issue. So you will not be just like hearing a podcast like right now. Yep, all is good from my end. And if you want to close it
Thank
out,
you
Ronnie.
so much.
Great. Thank you so much, Jean, for co-hosting this with me. And for those watching, we'll be, hosting multiple other experts soon. So I'm really sorry about LinkedIn's mishap. We're gonna, speak with Restream to just see what went on technically. But we'll make sure that the next one as well works out. But we will be recording this. We will be posting it whatever we can. I really think everyone should hear Kamal's thoughts that he shared today. Otherwise, thank you so much, everyone, for being
Thank you so
here.
much, guys, for having
Kamal,
me.
thank you for you, man. Thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you.
Great.
Have a great rest of the day.